for this trick, I could start off by explaining to the spectator that we're going to leave the Joker here off to the side for later. So now with the rest of the deck, I could have the participant reach in and really pull out any card they would like. Let's say they pull out this card. I don't want to see it, so I'm going to turn around, go ahead and remember that card. Now, if the spectator wanted, they could sign the card, but it's not necessary. So, what we're going to do is take your card and we're going to leave it somewhere in the middle of the deck. Let's say about there. The participant can push their card in. And now, what I'm going to do is go under the table and try to make a prediction with your card. And if I can't actually do this, that's when the Joker is going to come into play. So I don't think I exactly have my prediction made now. So what we're going to do is take this Joker, and all we're going to do is place it somewhere in the deck, let's say there. Now, all I'm going to do is snap my fingers, and if we spread through the deck, we're going to see one card is face down. So, participant, was your card the five of diamonds? No. Was your card the three of hearts? No. Okay. For the first time, name your card out loud. The four of hearts. Now, there's one face down card, and if we look in the rest of these cards, we're not going to actually find any Joker as well, which I will show you, by the way, just so you know that the Joker isn't hiding anywhere. No Joker in the deck. You said your card was the four of hearts, and the face down card is indeed the four of hearts. And that is the trick. If you would like to learn how to do this, please stick around for the tutorial. Before I get into the tutorial, the cards I am using are the red False Anchors Workers Edition. Now, I have a deck review on these, which I will link in the description. I also won these as part of a brick giveaway from Sean Devine. So I'm going to link that brick giveaway in the description, the unboxing, along with Sean's channel, so you can go and subscribe to him. So for this effect, you're going to need one gimmick card here, and it actually comes with the false anchors. So in this case, you're going to take this card. Now it says the Joker, but if you turn it over, it says the Ace of Hearts. So you're going to need a double facer. Now, if you don't have a deck that actually has a double facer, what you can do, for example, is go in your deck and let's say you take out the Joker and then one other card, the Ace of Hearts. You're going to put a stick or a strip of double side tape on the back of one card, and then put the other card face up on top of that double facer and push it together. Just make sure it's really stuck together. And now you have your double facer. The only bad thing about this homemade gimmick is that this may happen at times, so they can see that it's two cards instead of one. So it's good if you have a pre-made double facer. So let's say you have the Joker and the Ace of Hearts, meaning in your deck, you're going to take out the Joker and the Ace of Hearts. The reason is because you don't want to show the Ace of Hearts when you spread the deck face up, and then they chose the Ace of Hearts. And then some people may actually spot you have two Ace of Hearts. So that's no good. So, the performance I did was my own variation for beginners. So I will go over the beginner way, and then at the end I will go over the original way to do this. So for the beginner way, what you're going to do is you're going to start out with your joker in this case on the table, and then your only setup is taking the bottom card, turning it face up and leaving it on the deck. Now, if you want to make it easier, I would suggest turning up to four cards face up, okay? Just to make things easier, and you will see why. So let's say we do turn four cards face up. Now, when we start off this effect, I like to explain that I have the Joker here, which is going to help us later, and I don't bring much attention to it. If you want, you can just have it on the table and then not bring any attention to it. It's up to you. So now this is optional, but you can do some false shuffles and cuts. You just don't want to flash these four cards, and you want to keep them face up on the bottom. So down below, I will link some false cuts. You're now going to have any card selected except one of the bottom four. So a couple of ways around this, you could riffle very slowly at the top and the middle, and then when you get near the bottom, also don't turn it like this and flash that the card is like this. Just keep everything like this. So if you riffle, you would go like this, by the way. So if you get near the bottom, a few things you could do. You could either riffle really quick or you could stop riffling. Another way could be the dribble. So obviously you don't want to dribble those bottom cards. So in order to get rid of that, I use my pinky and I pull down about 10 cards. I lift up and then I start dribbling. Now you could tell them to go ahead and cut the deck anywhere. Most people will cut near the top or the middle. If you're afraid they'll cut near the bottom, you can say go ahead and cut maybe about half the cards or less to be safe. And the last thing you can do is spread out the top half and just give them this, uh, this many cards. So, let's say they go through and they choose this card. Before they turn it over, I like to tell them that I'm going to turn around because I don't want to see the card. So once I'm turned around, you can then look at the card. So you turn around and they look at the card and they remember it, the seven of spades. They can also sign the seven, that doesn't matter. But when you turn around, all you're going to do is turn the deck over and hold it like this. So now this is why I said to turn over a couple of cards. So in case you forget to hold the deck tight and uh, get a loose grip and some of those cards fall over, they will see face down cards. So you're going to hold the deck in a pretty tight grip because you don't want this little thing to happen. You're going to take their card and you're going to place it face down about the middle of the deck. Doesn't have to be the middle, but I think it's better if it is. So let's say right there. And the participant can push this card in. You now say you're going to go under the table and make a prediction. And if you can't make the prediction you want, that's when the Joker is going to come into play. You can say anything you want, but I like to say that. So you can go under the table or behind your back, but either way you do this, you're going to remember how many cards you turned over. In this case, four. So you're going to push over the top four cards and turn those face up and then turn the deck over. Because they saw the same back design both times, they're going to think you're still holding the deck the same way. But what you did was turn their card face up and the rest of the cards face down. So you come back out and say that you couldn't make the prediction you wanted. So we're going to use the Joker now to help us. And one thing you don't want to do is flash the Joker or turn it over like this. That would be bad. So you're going to take the Joker and you're going to place it somewhere near the top just because of their card in the middle. Now, it probably doesn't matter where you place it, but this is the way I learned it. So you're going to place it near the top and say, okay. Now, for the first time, name your card out loud. They will say the seven of spades. You spread the deck, and they will see one face down card. And then I like to say, okay, uh, if they said their card beforehand, you can obviously turn this card over and show it. But if you didn't ask them their card, you can say, okay, was your card either the two of hearts or the queen of spades? They will say no, and you can say, okay. Now, we also threw a joker in the deck, and if we look, I don't actually see any joker. So for the first time, name your card out loud, the seven of spades. They take this card, they turn it over, and it is the seven of spades. And you do end clean this way, except if you spread the deck face down, that joker would then show. And then also this ace of hearts is then that double face card. And that is the easy way I came up with to do this effect. Let me show you the original way I learned this, and then that will be the video. So, for your setup, you're still going to have your double facer, meaning you're going to take out the other joker and the ace of hearts. So your only setup for this is taking the joker, okay, this side up, and putting it anywhere in the deck, like this. And that really is your only setup. So if you want, you could probably have the deck shuffled face up, but also be careful because they may drop some cards. And if the joker falls down, it may turn over. And if it doesn't, fall and if it does fall face down, some people like to turn cards over like this when picking them up, and they may reveal this little thing. So we have the Joker there, and you're going to say that for this trick, we're going to start off by using the Joker. So you're going to go through, and you are going to take out the Joker. You can then have the deck shuffled, which is totally fine. And now you're going to have any card selected because you don't have that set up. Let's say the 10 of diamonds. If you want, you could have the card signed, that's fine. You're going to control this card to the bottom of the deck, okay? So I will link some card controls in the description. Once the card is on the bottom, you're going to have to turn it to a face up position. There are a few ways you can go about it. I'm not going to go over them in this video, but one thing I will throw out there, if you want to look up tutorials on it, because I don't have any, is the half pass. So you just catch your break, and this is exposed. You pull it down, and then you just turn it over like this. So either way you do it, now the card is face up. You then say that what we're gonna do is go ahead and cut the deck like this, and then throw the Joker in. Now, if you want, you could throw the Joker in and then cut the deck. It really doesn't matter because since it was at the bottom, you want to cut it to the middle of the deck. I will link the swing cut in the description. So let's say you go ahead and you lift up less than half. You can throw the Joker in, do whatever you want, turn these over, spread them out. Obviously, they don't see the Joker. None of these is the card. They had the 10 of diamonds, and right here it is. And that is the trick. So I hope you really enjoyed this effect. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope everyone has a great Christmas, a great holiday. great Hanukkah, great Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate the holidays, I hope you have a great day with your family, a happy new year, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye.